right. Welcome to another edition. Am I on there? Here we go. Hello. All right. Welcome to another edition of the Earl Austin Experience on a Saturday morning. Earl Austin Jr. and of course Ryan Swingler, my man at the controls. How are you this morning, Ryan?
I'm good. How
Very
are you?
good. I'm good. Very good. I'm very, very honored this morning. Of course, we talk a lot of sports and everything, as we always will. In the second part of our hour, we'll talk with the Hazelwood East football team and head coach Ravi Cole. But in our first portion of the program, you were listening to very talented musician. I went to McClure North High School, Ryan. Of course, McClure North has produced some great, talented people in all different walks of life. First, Bob Christian, John Vaughn, Barrett Brooks in sports, Pete Weber, bowler, Todd Weaver in business, in entertainment, Kathleen Madigan, famous comedian, and Sherry Watson. You may have known her as Truth Hurts back in the day. Made some great records, named part of the movies too with Dr. Dre and the folks. So we've put it's a good roster, McClure North, but we got another very talented North Star, as you have heard. His name is Eugene Peebles, and he's an accomplished saxophone player, but plays many other instruments. And this one's like, Eugene, hello, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Earl. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm very thankful to be here today. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. And of course, it's Eugene, the talking sax, right? And you've had a very long and distinguished career. How long have you been playing the saxophone? How long have you been playing music?
About 35 years or so, if not more.
35 years. And last night you were at a gig in Chicago.
Yes, in Chicago.
Got
up this morning on the road at 2:00 this morning from Chicago, heading here back home to St. Louis. Thankful to be here.
Well, let's start from the beginning there. Like I said, when I first started seeing Eugene play, I played basketball for McClure North. Eugene was in the concert band, a pep band, whatever you want to call it, of course, with Mr. Lecce. Right. And Eugene used to play, Ryan, the Star Spangled Banner for many games. Just he'd do the solo and would just turn it out, just bring the house down. And we're like, man, we're gonna have to step our game up. Eugene just got the crowd going. I thought it was Grover Washington or Stanley Turrentine over there. And but your career kind of started before that. Tell us a little bit about it. It kind of started with an accident you had, a bike accident as a kid.
Bicycle accident at the age of 10, living in Kinloch. I'm playing Evel Knievel.
I've done that too. I've had my share of accidents.
Yeah. And my parents in particular told me to stop doing that, but I was hard-headed. I kept playing Evel Knievel on the bicycle. Then it caught up to me one day at the age of 10 with a major bicycle accident, unconscious for 10 days, bad head injury. And the doctors told my parents that Mr. and Mrs. Peebles, if he survives this, he most likely will be in a vegetative state the rest of his life. But I'm thankful that my parents and pastor, they kept praying for me. But in particular, I got to give credit to my father because I was non-responsive to anyone, well, just about everyone except for him. And when he would come by and talk to me while I was unconscious, he said, Eugene, we need you to get better. If you get better, I'm going to get that Hammond organ that you wanted to learn how to play. You do that, but you got to get better. And they told me I would just kind of indicate that I did hear him by kind of twitching my fingers or something like that, but no response to anyone else. But when he came by, I did react to him. And thankfully, he and my mother kept his word. They got that Hammond organ for me. And then shortly thereafter, I told him, hey, Mom and Pop, I like the organ, but I want to learn the saxophone also. So shortly after getting that Hammond organ, they bought that saxophone for me. 7th grade, Cross Keys, junior high school at the time. That's where it started with the saxophone.
When did you start to really, I know you started playing, when did you start to really love it? And like, this is something I really want to do all the time.
I really started picking it up and getting that strong desire to become a professional musician pretty much about the 8th grade. 7th grade was hard. I remember my friends laughing at me because I didn't do my homework, solo homework in the book. And then when it was time for me to play, I would try to make up excuses. Hey, my eyes burn. I can't see. Things like that. But after getting through that first year, in 8th grade, that's when I started, hey, I think I want to do this, really pursue this very much as a professional.
Of course, you, like you said, you were part of the band, marching band, pep band, jazz band, all of that.
Yes.
But what was it like? You remember, Don, you played solo for the first time in front of a big audience without a band. What was that experience like? How did you feel at that time?
I remember that the first time, as far as solo, as far as like the national anthem,
Right.
that was at McClure North, and you were at that game.
Absolutely.
And it was a great feeling. I had to do a lot of practicing, make sure I kept it straight. And Mr. Lecce at the time, and my college professor told me, when you play it, just make sure you don't jazz it up. So, okay, I won't jazz it up too much, so I'll keep it straight. So I remember him telling me that and giving me that opportunity. But it was a great feeling to do that.
I remember because it was the McClure game. So, I mean, it's standing room only. Any nervousness or anything, knowing you're playing the solo in the big rivalry game?
Yes,
We're getting ready to play.
Yes,
I'm nervous getting ready to play in front of all these people.
Yes, I would say nervous, but being self-confident. Say, hey, I practice on this. I'm going to go do my thing now.
At that time, like I said, you play so many genres of music. What were your favorite types of music when you were younger?
At that time, I really enjoyed the concert, classical music, because, it was teaching me more about the music. I enjoyed doing that, but then after that, I would get off and do my own thing, my R&B music. I had a very good time.
I saw you went to Central Methodist,
yes.
was in Fayette, and like you said, you had a college professor. How much did he influence you?
Well, he influenced me very much. Also, I'm thankful I had the opportunity to perform at the national anthem solo at one of the homecoming games. And once again, the instructors were, don't jazz it up. Yes, sir, Professor. I won't jazz it up. I'll keep it straight. But at the same time, I always put my little touch in the music also.
Absolutely. You play everywhere now. What are some of the venues, and just kind of go over with some of the venues that you play around the country?
I've been featured in many locations, Busch Stadium, Madison Square Garden, many places, many games around the country. Like I say, New York, Las Vegas, Florida, the Bahamas, on a cruise ship to the Bahamas. It was just many things around the country, around the world, and even Ghana, Africa, a 10-day tour over there.
Fantastic. Growing up playing the sax, did you have influences of some of the other famous saxophone players, or that you listen to, or
yes,
you monitor?
Yes, influences 3 people in particular. Grover Washington Jr.
Absolutely,
1,
yes.
Kirk Whalum, 2, and David Sanborn.
We're in Kirkwood, Missouri, the home of David Sanborn, where his studio sits. Rest in peace, the great.
Yes, amen.
What kind of why did you single them out? What did you take from them, and what kind of stood out that you really liked as a fellow saxophone player?
I really enjoyed their their styles of performing, and which in particular David Sanborn, when he played for me, hearing those very high notes, almost I'd say kind of making the horn scream. Hey, that's pretty cool. I think I like to do that too.
All right, and before we let you play us another song here, what do you have? What's the Eugene Peebles style? I know the talking sax. Do you have your own kind of style?
Well, I just do my own thing. I don't try to play exactly like anyone else.
Right.
I say whatever comes out, that's what you're going to get from me. And I might play, a particular like cover song close to someone, but I don't try to sound exactly like anyone. I like to put my own thing in it.
I'm going to get you to play another song here.
Okay.
No Time Like the Present.
Sure.
One song, I'll give you my request. I listened to it coming in here on the loop. I know you were jazz vocalist, sax player of the year. I think about 10 years ago, you played the song by Kim.
Right.
Could you play that? I think you still have that one there.
Yes, that was one of my first professional studio.
Yeah, Love Calls, I
Yes,
believe
Love
it was.
Calls.
Like,
so, yes, we'll do a little bit taste.
Right.
Here we go.
All right.
Thank
Hey,
you. Thank you.
Now, Ryan, you said you play a little,
Yeah, I do play a little sax. Yeah.
Go Ryan. That's good.
You
Yeah.
play in a band or anything?
Yeah, I played
Totally.
in the I started in I think 7th grade, 8th grade, and then I played at SLU. I played in the jazz band at SLU for a second, and then when I transferred to St. Mary's, I played in the concert band. So yeah, I got an alto and a tenor. So
That's awesome. All right.
Right.
A lot of young musicians out there, people, getting into music. What do you say to young people?
I will try to encourage all musicians. It's going to be hard for the first time when you start. It's going to be hard, boring, tiring, but stay with it. Stay with it. Get your practice in at least a half hour a day, 5 days a week if you can, and just watch things really take off with time. Just stay with it.
And so you just don't play the sax. Do you play other instruments?
Yeah, so I've got the saxophone, and then I just say kind of some of the keyboard instruments.
Okay.
But the Hammond organ is my main one when it comes to keyboard, piano. So yeah.
So you're not only a David Sanborn or Washington, you're a Billy Preston too. There a little bit.
Right. Like so, I got some things I'm working on. More to come soon with that jazz Hammond organ.
Absolutely. Tell us about you. Also, I saw you were the music ministry of your church at one time.
Yes, at Devotional Baptist Church in Kinloch. Minister music there for a while, and so thankfully that it was good, very good experience. Very good experience.
Where will your travels take you, say, in the next week or so? I know you're busy.
Next week, well, like I said, I just came back from Chicago.
Yeah.
I'll be back up there next week again, and here I'm performing in St. Louis this evening for an event that's helping the fire department and the police officers down in Ladue. So that's tonight, and so many things are happening. So so many things I'll be forgetful to try to call it out at one time. So what I invite people to do is look at my Facebook page. That way I have things, I put the dates down, the time, and you kind of keep up with me. And I appreciate that.
And also, if you want to get a sample of Eugene's work, go on his YouTube page as well. It's amazing. I've been listening to it for a while. I've been following you through social media for a longest time. Absolutely. And what I really appreciate is that you play all different genres of music.
Yeah.
And how kind of liberating is that to play just all kind of different?
It is very good. Like I said, to me, the two most standout performances for me. Like I said, I've been featured at Busch Stadium, many other places around the country. But the two of the most outstanding performances. One, when I performed at Madison Square Garden,
right? Because
I think about all the outstanding artists who performed there. One, so it stands out. So I'm thankful to be in that number now. To have performed there. And then two, I play at many nursing homes around the country, and one particular that was here in St. Louis, a particular nursing home I played at. I did a show for an hour. It went well. It was about 30 people in there.
Right.
Then when I got finished, they said, "Hey, Mr. Eugene," I just say, "Susan Doe's up in her room. She was too sick to come down. You mind coming up and play for her?" I said, "Sure, happy to do that." So they took me up to her room, and when I looked at her, she had all type of medical devices on her, laying down in her bed. So I played a couple of songs for her, like "Isn't She Lovely" and a few other things. And then when it was over, she smiled, which I was happy to see that. But then the nurse, "Oh my goodness, she hasn't even moved like that in months."
That's beautiful.
In months. Well, thank you. And then the next day I called back to say, "Hey, thank you for this opportunity." They said, "Mr. Eugene, you remember Miss Susan Doe you played for?" I said, "Yeah, I remember her." She's like, "She passed away last night." I said, Wow. But I'm thankful to
put a smile on her face.
Yes.
And absolutely.
So thankful for that. So that really stands out to me that I had the opportunity to be there in her last hours, which we didn't know, but thankful to be there.
When I guess during the spring on back-to-back nights, you got a chance to play the Indiana before the national anthem before the Pacers-Knicks game, and then the night after you were at the Fever game. How did these gigs at NBA? I remember even during the COVID, during the bubble, you played.
Yes, featured in the bubble.
In the bubble. How does that all come back where you're able to play these great men? You already mentioned the Garden.
Yeah, well, with that, I'm thankful. I got to say thanks to the Indiana Pacers representatives because they have opened the door and we've got a very good relationship. And I've been there kind of featured for about the past 7 years or so. And they said, hey, you're one of our favorites. Hey, I'm thankful to hear that. And for that, just one thing led to another, and the doors opening up. And like I said, thankful to have been featured in the bubble and those games that you just talked about. So very thankful about that. So got to give them a big thanks for the way they've opened the doors for me.
I just wanted to ask, you did the conference finals for this year, correct?
Yes.
I think I did see him.
Yes.
Because, I saw him and I was like, man, it was so interesting that
Well, thank you.
and it was so intriguing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'll let you give you another song here. I know I can listen to you all.
Well, thank you. Now this is here's a popular song that's out today, and just show you what I do with to have fun.
Okay.
Here we go with Boots on the Ground.
All right.
Hey. Here we go.
Eugene Peebles.
You ready?
Yes. Right. No, like I said, for folks that all your folks want to contact you, want Eugene to come out, who would not want Eugene Peebles coming out at their event?
Once again, thank you for this opportunity.
Oh,
I can be contacted via email, thetalkingsax@gmail.com. Once again, thetalkingsax@gmail.com. You can reach me by telephone if you want to at area code 916-209-8274. Look me up on Facebook. I'm very, very active there on Facebook. Eugene Peebles. Once again, that's Eugene Peebles with The Talking Sax.
All right. Well, it's been an honor to have you here. Fellow Clone North Star classmate, graduated together. This was great. I really appreciate it.
And congratulations on your outstanding thing you're doing and done too.
Thank you. You want to take us out to the break? Take us out to the break. Doesn't matter. Just whatever you want to play. Take us out.
Let me just pull up one more here.
Yeah, just take us out there. Got to. Yeah.
We're gonna have a fun.
You want to hear me talk? They want to hear Eugene play anyway. You don't know who wants to hear me right now. Just.
We're gonna go back some. We're gonna take it back.
Oh, Lord.
Go back. Let's take it back.
Charles, if people in the St. Louis area are talking about it,
The news got around. The talk of the town.
so are we. The Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at
performance to start the show. Now we're back to some high school football, and I'm very pleased to be joined by one of the more talented teams in the St. Louis metro area. I had a chance to watch them play on Thursday. First of all, we're on YouTube. We're on the 590 AM, and of course you can hear us live on demand at luinfo.com. So we're getting old man Ryan getting with the times here. YouTube, all this good stuff here. So we're joined by, first of all, we'll talk to head coach Bobby Cole. Thank you very much, Bobby. How are you today this morning?
All right. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for having us here. First, we'll talk with everyone. First of all, I want everybody to introduce themselves too, so let everybody know who you are. Go ahead.
I'm Eugene Napper, head varsity offensive line coach.
Eugene Napper.
Alumni.
All right.
Bobby Cole, receiver and DB for Hazelwood East.
All right.
Deion Hintz, receiver, running back, and DB.
Oscar Chapman, offensive lineman and defensive lineman.
Terrence Little, running back for Hazelwood East.
All right. 2-0 to start the season. Big victories over Hazelwood West and Parkway Central on Thursday night. Talk about what you've seen from your team so far and how are things going with the Spartans?
Yes, we are a senior heavy team this year. So we are a senior heavy team this year. So this year we have about seven starting seniors, all of which have been varsity players in the past. So many of them have 3 to 4 years of varsity experience. So now it's all coming to a head with their senior season, and we started off the right way.
How important is it to get off to a strong start this season? Not only win, but to be able to really put together some solid efforts on both sides of the ball.
It's extremely important because you're dealing with, young guys and their confidence. So, for example, we got a young, junior quarterback who's a really good athlete, really good talent, but we're just trying to, groom him into being the leader that, some of the guys of the past were. So it's all about helping build the confidence of the team.
Eugene, you were just like you said, you were. I remember you playing just a few years ago with my nephew Shaw and everything. After playing not too long ago, how do you like being in the coaching ranks and kind of giving back what you've learned over the years to the younger group?
It actually feels good to get back and see it from the other side because, playing with Sean, I was a senior captain, but seeing it from the coaching aspect and seeing what they were seeing from up top and mid-game adjustments, it helps me very well, and to give it to kids so they can take it further in life is a big, big thing for me.
How you like what you've seen so far from your linemen there?
So far, yeah, it looks pretty good. Like we're one team, one heartbeat, so that's amazing.
And they're all senior starters except for we got one sophomore playing tackle, and we're getting him up to speed. We're getting better every week.
How important is that to have an experienced line? I know it's so it's underrated, but it's probably one of the most important things on the team. But to have some experience, guys that have been through it before, together as a unit,
it helps a lot because I started with this group of linemen, except for the sophomore. So when I finished playing college football, these kids that I started with are seniors now. So I've seen them grow up and actually learn the game and have to go through the battle wounds with them. So it's been major.
Since we're talking about lineman Oscar, I've seen what number 66 is. I've seen number 66 in the backfield quite a bit that time. The defense has been really good. What's been the key to the success so far? You've held two teams to 6 points total in that first 2 games.
The key being really just with the box for real, like with the 7 up front. We've been working on that because we got 2 new outside backers that's new to the defense, but it's doing pretty good, and our DBs are coming to it very well.
Talk with Bobby. Like you said, that's you guys are 2-0 so far. Like I asked Coach, how important is it to get off to a strong start this season, and how do you feel your team has played so far?
I feel like we played good. It's always like somewhere you can improve, but like I feel like we got to a good start and we got our head on straight. So we just gonna keep going that direction.
Deion, going into the season, what are kind of some of the goals that you guys have had together, talking amongst yourselves before the season? Both of you, yeah, go ahead.
So, well, we want an undefeated season. We really want to go all the way. That's really all we want.
Go ahead, Deion.
We want to get our defense all together as one. Get the linebackers, the safeties, the DBs, and all the linemen working all together as one.
Very nice. Terrence, a couple of real big performances from you. What's been clicking for you? Over 500 yards and 9 touchdowns so far. What's kind of been going on there? Very impressive.
Just being one unit with my offensive line.
How much fun is it? Like say 5 touchdowns last week, 4 touchdowns. To see the line blocking like that for you, what does that mean to you as you break off those big runs?
I mean, pretty much mean everything. When I see it, I just hit it.
Absolutely. He's been impressive, hasn't he?
Yes,
How does he stack up? There's so many good running backs in the area, and he's looks as impressive as all of them.
Well, I think that's a testament to the work that he's put in off season. He does a great job in the weight room, and his natural stature is of a running back. He's not a very tall young man, but short, stocky, and explosive. He's been running on our track team, which also helps with that explosion and that straight line speed. And it's all just coming together for him right now.
All right, tell us a little bit about the 4 young men you brought today and going down the line. You already talked about Terrence, about the everybody.
Okay. Well, my son Bobby, I've been coaching since he was in kindergarten. So this has been a very long road. Right now we're battling a little bit of an injury, but we expect him back the next few weeks. He's a big game player. He shows up in the big game in big moments, and he's always been that way. Deion Hintz is also a kid that I coached in youth football, starting at about the 3rd grade, and he's just a brainiac, man. He's incredibly smart. He knows his job. He knows the guy's job next to him, and he's a guy that I can trust at all times, whether in the secondary or with the football. I can just trust him because he just does the right things. And Oscar Chapman is a young man I hounded in the hallway at the school when he was in the 8th grade. We have an 8th grade program in our building.
Right.
And, with the kids, being able to transfer and kind of, go about as they please these days, I was checking on him every day. Like, Oscar, you coming here, right? You coming east, right? He's like, yeah, I got you, coach. And he showed up, man, and he's been great ever since. He's a vocal leader. He leads by example, and he's one of those kids that was a 4-year varsity starter, made All-State last year. Just a phenomenal football player. All of these guys have an opportunity to play next year on the next level, regardless of what level that they play on in college. They'll have an opportunity to go. And Terrence he's been with us since his freshman year. Last year was his first year as a starter, but the talent has always been there. We had some other kids in the past that were really good running backs for us, and he kind of had to wait his turn, but while he was waiting, he was working, so he ran track with us all of those years. He was in the weight room consistently all of those years. He battled a broken arm a few years ago that kind of sidelined him. He probably would have got some spin that season too. I believe that was his sophomore season, I believe. Yeah. Broke his arm at practice that day and didn't really get to play that year. But again, the talent level was there. The explosiveness was there. We just had to get him back healthy and get him out there.
Of course, Friday, I've been going to Hazelwood East football games. Grew up in the suburban North Conference, and it was always Saturday afternoon. You got to go to the East Central game, the East McClure, North East Riverview. But within the last few years, the district has lights, and there's Thursday night and Friday night football at Hazelwood East. It took me a while to get used to. Oh wow, they're playing tonight. But right. I'm going to ask the young men here first, Bobby. How exciting is it to be able to play Friday night football in your home field? Instead of having to go around the area and play Friday nights, you get a chance to play on Thursday or Friday nights in your home field at East.
Oh, it feels like really good because first year or two, we was waking up in the morning, Saturday, having to get up early. Now we just get off school, come to work, and just at 7 p.m. under the lights where everybody watching games and stuff, playing with everybody is playing and stuff. Saturdays, nobody really want to go to Saturday morning games and stuff. But it just feels good playing at night on Friday.
What about you, Deion? Playing Friday night, Thursday night football.
Especially on Thursday night, because then we get to play at home. Then we got Friday night games at other schools we get to go watch. Saturday games, you really don't want to go out before. Then you got to get to bed, wake up. But now we get to go enjoy the games too.
Oscar, is the feeling like say Friday night around? What's the feeling around the school knowing that there's a game? You're in school, and can you feel people like hype around the building knowing there's a game that night instead of having to wait till Saturday, like Friday during the day?
Yeah, it's the main topic in the school. Like that's what everybody talk about. And I like the Friday night games because that's when our community comes support us at the games. Like last year when we played Parkway North, it was really, really deep, and that's when they really came out and supported us.
Terrence, is it get more exciting playing on Friday night? Same thing.
Yeah, it's way more exciting than like waking up on Saturday having to play at like 1 o'clock.
When they told you when they were putting lights in, what was your reaction?
I mean, it's a long time coming. I mean, I think pretty much all of East alumni, and I can probably go further and say Hazelwood alumni, is something that we have desired, since, the 90s into the 2000s. I'm an East graduated of 2002. And my class and the classes before me is just something that was always talked about and always desired. And for them to finally go ahead and pull the trigger and make it happen was, especially while I'm coaching here, is unbelievable. It's almost surreal.
You were still.
I was jealous.
Yeah, I know, because you just missed it by a year or two.
Well, like 3
years, right?
4 years. I was jealous. But it's good to still be a part of some history and the culture to give back, and the community still supports us. And Hazelwood East goes a long way in the community. So being able to still be a part of that and show that off, I was jealous at first, but now it's like, yeah, it's time. It's finally here.
Of course, you talked about the history and the culture of Hazelwood East. You playing in it now or past. Is that something that you like wear on your sleeve? Like I say, Hazelwood East history is just amazing. Like I say, it's the 30-year anniversary of their second state championship team. What is that like now to be the steward of that program as a former player coming back to play on Rick Gorzinski Field or Stadium?
Well, I played for Rick Gorzinski, first thing, and the class that you speak about, the class of, I believe, 96, the state team of 95, I grew up under those guys.
Okay.
So I grew up in the neighborhood with Ricardo Rhodes and Eric Irvin and all of those guys that were on that team. And it was like a conditioning early. Like, we didn't like Hazelwood Central early, for example.
Of course.
It was just
I went to McClure North. We didn't like East. I know.
So, as a young man, I would go to Jamestown Mall and places like that and see the varsity guys, whether they were at East or West or Central, wearing their Letterman jackets and, just being on the scene and looking good and playing good on Saturdays because we would catch the games on the North County Access Channel. It was something to look forward to. And, those last years of my youth football career, it was like, Hazelwood East football. That was just the main topic all the time, and how we were going to get there and how we were going to, play well once we got there. So it's, definitely a culture that, ran through the years, kind of changed a little bit with the kind of some of the changes in the district around 2008. But, I felt my job in the first order of business was to help rebuild that community and help rebuild that, that talent back at our school.
When I first saw Terrence run last year, he's a little bit bigger than Ricardo, but he reminded me a little bit. Did you see little Ricardo when you watch Terrence run? A smaller back, but powerful.
Small and explosive. Yes, absolutely. Small and explosive.
Of course, you wore that uniform. Were you aware of they make you aware of the talent? Some of the coaches still come back.
Yeah, so I've Coach Levy that was there for like 30 years.
Absolutely.
He was my offensive line coach, and him being there, he always made sure we remember the history of Hazelwood East. Like, you can never forget that. And he used to show us clips and like wanted to bring it back. He said he wants to bring that back before he passed away. And Bobby Cole is doing that. So it's pretty good.
When I asked the players about the tradition, is that something, I guess when you walk the halls, I mean, you see the pictures, and is that something that you kind of try to, live up to, and you guys are doing a good job? You're winning 8, 9, 10 games a year. Is that something you guys are mindful of the past of great players of East?
Yeah, we it's not a day that goes by that we just don't see something that reminds us of past of Hazelwood East. Like, whether that be like old players on the wall, jerseys on the wall, we just look forward to getting our stuff on the wall too, living up to the legacy in our name.
Dion?
Yeah, we're just trying to live up to the culture, bring it back, trying to get everybody coming back to support our games, having to where it's only standing room only.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar?
Yeah, we get reminded every day when we come into the school because they got the trophies right here, and then they got the state pictures of the teams that went to state, and it just want to make us be on the wall next.
Terrence, how much does that motivate you? Because you guys are following great players, but you guys are kind of blazing your own trail, doing a good job. How much does that motivate you and the rest of your teammates to want to continue what's happened before you?
I mean, it motivates us a lot because we see like in the past they didn't lived up and did all these big things, and we just trying to do it next.
Do you see guys, still supportive of the program, whether if not at games, through text and phone calls? Maybe a lot of your former teammates and stuff like that still very supportive.
My former teammates definitely, but then also some of those older guys that I say I grew up with. I see Ricardo Rose from time to time, and we hang out and we talk. My second season, I believe, Reggie Germany and Jamar Fletcher came and stopped by and saw me kind of unannounced, so it was a very pleasant surprise to have those guys come back and just have those guys texting me and calling me and just encouraging us and telling us from wherever they are. Rodney McClure, I believe in Texas, getting messages from them saying, "Hey guys, we watching you guys, and go out there and handle business." It's it's something to be proud about.
Did you get a chance to talk to the team, whether it's in the summer or?
Yes, we had Brandon Williams came and talked to the team. Terry Fenton, who's the coach over at East St. Louis, he came and talked to our team. So guys do want to come back and they want to be seen and heard, and just encourage the guys. And whenever they are available, the door is always open for us.
Oscar, what is it like to see when a former Spartan comes back and you see, these guys have done a lot of things and to talk to you as a unit? What does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me, especially like when the bigger guys that play my position and they come give me try to help me or give me tips on what I need to do or what should I do and to help me out. It feels great.
What about you, D?
I mean, like you said, it feels great to have somebody come and try to encourage you and give you tips on how to be a better player all around.
Dion?
It's good. Seeing them come back, give us advice, try to take on their advice, keep going.
Young Bobby?
It feels good, It shows that they really care about our program and that they really stay tuned to what we're doing. So it feels good to be heard and seen.
What are the Spartans when you're in action again the next couple of weeks? Who do you guys play the next?
We got McClure this Saturday at McClure. We're going on a bit of a road trip. I think with our next 5 games is on the road, I believe. 4 games on the road. So we had a lot of home games last year, so we have to flip the schedule. And we'll be playing on the road quite a bit. But, early in these young men's varsity career, we played a lot of tough, road games. So they'll be prepared for it. Some of those Parkway North games, we elected to play at Parkway North, I think 2 or 3 years in a row, just because we want to play on Friday night. We didn't want to play on Saturday, as they spoke on earlier. So we've been in some of those tough environments on, Friday nights away. And we got some pretty tough games away. We got Parkway North at their house again. I believe for their homecoming, we got Marquette coming up at Marquette for their homecoming. So it's a pretty tough road, but they'll be prepared.
Eugene, being a younger coach, closer to the player's age, how do you think that helps you as you're a coach, you're an authority figure, but you're kind of closer to the player's age? How does that help you when you're trying to help get guys going?
It's better because I understand it because how close I am to them. So with my offensive line group, it's easier to communicate, understand what they see, how to show them and demonstrate it versus just speaking it. Because now people are visual learners instead of just active learners. So if you show them and do it with them, they see that you're doing it with them, they'll give you a better effort. So being able to talk to them and then being able to relate to a running back and talk to him, so see what he see, we can help block for him so he can get 9 touchdowns in 2 games. So that's big and major.
Absolutely. Oscar, you guys of last few years, you guys are averaging 8-9 wins, done a nice job. What do you think is the key to taking that next step? I know you want to win that district championship and go far in the state playoffs. What do you think are a few keys to doing that?
The few keys is to play together and have a disciplined team. Like, you can't fall off. If you one bad play, you just got to forget it and go with the next. You can't just have your focus on one play because once the play gone, it's gone. You're going to have to keep playing.
Terrence, what do you think is the key to kind of taking that next step?
Like you said, I feel like you gotta be more disciplined and just have that mentality to win.
We'll take it with Dion, because it looks like you guys have a lot of talent. What do you think is the key to moving on to reach your goals as a team?
More effort. You gotta stay focused more. Keep getting more effort.
Young Bobby, your turn.
I feel like playing as a team and like when it get cold and stuff, we got to take advantage of like what they give us. We can't like bow down to the cold. We got to play how we play in all conditions.
Of course, you know, like I said, the districts came out the first day of the season, and you're in Class 5, I guess District 2 or 3, but Cardinal Ritter, we saw last night, MICDS. You've seen some pretty good teams, very competitive district, but it looked like you stack up well. What do you think are to be able to navigate that? What are some of the keys for your group?
Well, one thing I learned from our old defensive coordinator, Joe Brown, and then talking to Coach Fred Bouchard, who was MICDS's coach last year, preparation. They were at every game of ours last year, and they got film on us from every single game. So when it comes down to playing, you know, they have very detailed reports of what we do and how we do it. And I just respect that preparation. And it's something as a young head coach that we've been working to attain. And I think this year we finally really getting a handle on how to prepare early for those, you know, big games later in the season.
Well, once again, I'd like to really thank you guys for joining us in the studio. Been following you. I live right down the street from Hazelwood East, so I want to thank Bobby Cole 2, Eugene Napper, Dion Hintz, Oscar Chapman, Terrence Little. We'll be following you all the way through the season, and I really appreciate you taking some time out today. And good luck next week against those McClure Comets. I'm a McClure North Star graduate, so get after those Comets next week.
Well, we got McClure for our homecoming this year, so McClure North. We got it for our homecoming.
I'll root for you every week except for that homecoming.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate Eugene Peebles and Bobby Cole and the Hazelwood East Spartans joining us in the studio today. When we return, we'll have the easy second hour where Ron Zetcher joins me on the Lou Information Station and louinfo.com on demand.